Next on Morning Focus, we are going to be hearing about a night for Cillian, a very special fundraising event that's going to be happening on Saturday, week the 7th of February in Dánlann and Chláir. The night marks the final major event in a year-long Bring Cillian Home campaign, which is supporting young Cillian O'Brien following a catastrophic brain injury. And I'm joined now by Clune, organiser and musical director of the upcoming event, and the organiser of the whole Bring Cillian Home Fund, Rory O'Connor. And Una and Rory, thank you so much for joining me in studio this morning.
Thanks, Ellen. Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Rory, can you just remind people of why all this is happening, Cillian's story, and what happened on the 5th of February last year, the day not just Cillian's life, but his family, his father Owen and the rest of the family, their lives changed dramatically?
Yeah, I guess almost 12 months to the day now, the 5th of February coming up next Thursday again. Young Cillian, he's the son of Owen and Karen O'Brien, Owen from Clune. And Cillian suffered what we always list as a catastrophic brain injury caused by an AVM. So he collapsed in school. He was rushed immediately to Temple Street Hospital for emergency life-saving surgery, and he stayed in a coma until late May when he woke up. And since then, I suppose 12 months almost to the day, the O'Brien family have been in turmoil. Their whole lives in upheaval.
Yeah, I mean, you can only imagine how they felt from February to May when poor Cillian was in that coma. And how they felt when he did wake up from it, but still, even with that, with a long road ahead of him.
Yeah, it was the uncertainty first of all, it was the shock. Yeah. Second of all, the uncertainty then of what they faced as they watched their child, lie almost lifeless. Kept alive by machines, and when he did wake up then, he was non-responsive for a long time. So his communication returned slowly, first with eye signals, then onto finger signals and into sign language, but thankfully in late September his speech returned, and he's been making steady progress since. But to be able to communicate his pain to doctors and nurses and medical staff was a big deal, because before that they were always guessing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's huge progress in that regard. And then even just for his parents and siblings to be able to interact with him and, tell them how they're feeling, and for him to tell them how he's feeling. Absolutely. Is a major change.
And Cillian is a kid who likes to talk. So I mean,
future broadcaster.
Yeah,
there.
Absolutely. It was difficult for him not to be able to communicate. So I guess he's got an older sister, Zoe, 26, and then younger sister Aisling, who's 11. She's coming 12. So they would have been very tight. And we know that Aisling really struggled with not being able to speak to her brother. When is he coming home, and what kind of Cillian is coming home. So the fact that they can now interact is great, and she's like a little mammy to him, so it's lovely to see. I was up there over Christmas, and she's such a good kid.
But I mean, all of the progress it doesn't happen without constant monitoring and treatment, and Cillian has undergone treatment both here in Ireland and in the UK. What has the past year been like for him and his family? Because even though all of that is necessary, still from so many perspectives, it must be mentally trying, it must be exhausting for Cillian and the family, going back and forth and all of that. It can take its toll, I'd imagine, Rory.
It is. So they've had just the most horrendous of 12 months. So, I mean, the name of the campaign is Bring Cillian Home. And we set it up in order to revamp the house, put an extension onto the house suitable for Cillian's needs, but also to make the existing house suitable for Cillian. So, like I said, 12 months on, Cillian's not yet home, but should be by the end of February. So, the building works are nearly there. But in terms of the family then, yeah, it's been so difficult for him. There's a history of tragedy in the family without going into the specifics, and this was just another blow for them to take, But yeah, it's been very mentally trying, and talking to Owen, I know at times he suffers. And unfortunately then, to add salt into the wound, on Christmas Eve, Cillian's mum, Karen, took ill. She had double pneumonia and sepsis, and she was in hospital for 3 weeks over Christmas.
God, if they didn't have bad luck, they'd have no luck at all.
Missed Christmas Day, so just something else. So Owen was in hospital with Cillian. As he said I had a child in one wing and a wife in the other, and Aisling at home then with either Granny Noreen or Granny Christine. So they're tough people.
Right, if any family ever deserved a break, it's them. And it's what's been brilliant about this, because we have covered quite a number of the fundraising efforts and initiatives to help the family and to help Bring Cillian Home. The Bring Cillian Home Fund has been so crucial. What exactly has it made possible so far? Because all of the work that you've alluded to, Rory, that is required in the house, it doesn't come cheap.
No. But so there's €316,000 raised to date.
Which is not far off the 350, 100 K mark.
We're nearly there, and hopefully Una's concert will get us, just push us over the edge.
No pressure, Una.
No pressure at all. But sorry, I forgot the original question there.
Just that a lot of money is required for all this, but that's where the fund has been so crucial, because we've heard of such a variety of initiatives over the past 12 months to raise money in so many different ways, and it's all very much needed.
It is, and a lot of it is to future-proof. So pay for the extension and the revamp of the house, but a lot of it is to future-proof against other stuff that Cillian may need. So at the minute he wears this body, for all the world, it's like a reinforced wetsuit. It's like a corset. So when he's doing his physical therapy, where they'll have him on a walking frame, it basically tightens his body, and it just helps stabilise him.
Okay.
But like, he's a 13-year-old boy, Alan, so he's going to grow out of that pretty quick. Those suits cost the guts of $4,500 each, and it is unclear as to how far into the future the HSE will fund that. Also, his left side doesn't work correctly, so his left hand and leg, they're maybe 20% of what they should be, so especially his left hand. So he's got it's a robotic glove which opens and closes his hands like that. Again, a very expensive piece of kit.
Yeah.
So when he outgrows that, he'll obviously need a new one. Again, it's a similar cost to the body, and that's just two of many that may be required. So like, the funds are not just for now, but to try insure against other needs in the future. And
that highlights why there's been so many different fundraisers since last February, the latest of which, Una, Clune, is A Night for Cillian. You're the event organiser and musical director, so talk to us a little bit about how A Night for Cillian came together, and it's kind of coming towards the culmination of this year-long fundraising campaign. So I guess, why was it important to finish with something like this?
Thank you, Alan. So I suppose there have been many types of fundraisers, and there wasn't a concert as such, and I really wanted to do something to contribute to the fund, and I felt it was something I could do. And so last November I started to reach out to the people in the industry that I know, and people were so quick to respond and got such a positive feedback from them that we managed to sort out a fabulous lineup that we will have in the Dánlann next Saturday night.
So tell us, people who are heading along, who they can expect to see in action.
Yeah, so I'm calling it a mini festival of music, really. It's more than just a concert. The genres that you'll hear on the night, it's a diverse mix of genres. So we have classical music, some traditional music, and then some musical theatre. So I think there'll be a little bit of something for everybody.
It's quite eclectic.
Yeah, it is, really. And I suppose that was the aim from the start, to keep it sort of wide-reaching. On the night we have the Kilfenora Ceilidh Band. Most of the members will be there on the night, and their singer at the moment as well, Fiona Ryan, will be joining them. And apart from that, then we have a number of choirs from the locality, Cantare and Harmony Bro under Michael Hennessy.
Yeah, we know them very well here in the show, very good, as are the Kilfenora.
Yeah, indeed. Then we have Quinn and Tonics from Quinn, fabulous female choir based in Quinn, and along with that, my own youth choir, Young Notes, will be performing on the night. And apart from the choirs and the Kilfenora, we have numerous soloists, the fabulous Helen Ball, and tenor Vincent Di Placido and Fiona Lyons, to name but a few. So there are others, but all in all, 13 acts on the night.
Well, in fairness, just hearing those alone should be enough to entice people along. So it'll be the 7th of February, an 8 p.m. start. Una, how can people get their hands on tickets?
Yes, so if you go on Eventbrite and you simply put in A Night for Cillian, that will come up. And tickets are on sale the past couple of weeks. Sales are going well, but, you know, there are still a few available. And also to mention that there will be a raffle on the night. We have amazing prizes for the raffle, so we're hoping that all those in attendance will want to have a little chance at winning a night in Dromoland, a voucher for the Adare Manor. We have vouchers for lovely restaurants in the locality. I think all in all around 15 or so prizes. So
good. The odds of winning are decent enough by the sounds of it.
Yeah, I may have to buy a few myself.
Brilliant stuff. Well, look, brilliant musical acts, some brilliant prizes that could potentially be won. And well, I'm sure when you contacted all of the artists and groups that be performing, they were only too delighted to. Which, you know, what does that say about the tremendous efforts we've seen from the communities in Chláir and those who know Owen and the O'Brien family, but also up in Galway, that when they are asked, I'm sure there's no hesitation. They just want to be part of it and help raise the funds that Cillian and his family will need. Absolutely.
And not only the people in attendance, the sponsors who have, the local businesses have supported it hugely. So we'll have a complimentary programme on the night. We have about 40 or so companies, or businesses I should say, who are contributing to that. So a testament to them for supporting it as well. So it's great. The support is unbelievable, and it's an easy ask when you tell them, you know, about Cillian.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, well done to all of them for not taking a second thought to take part, and well done to you and everyone else involved in organising. I'm sure it'll be a wonderful occasion, particularly for those who end up winning those prizes that are on offer in the raffle. Just to finish with yourself, Rory, the Bring Cillian Home Fund in general, if listeners can't get to A Night for Cillian, in what other ways can they help support? Is the GoFundMe still going? How can they contribute for you, Bob?
If you idonate.ie, Alan, is the platform we use. It's an Irish version of GoFundMe, to be honest, and their platform fees are a lot less than GoFundMe, so it's great to support an Irish company. So idonate.ie, if you just go into that website and you type in Cillian O'Brien, the links are still open there for your payment, and yeah, we're still collecting away and hoping to hit that magic number.
Well, the way things are going, we've no doubt you will, but it just needs that final little push. My thanks to Rory O'Connor. Rory, thank you very much, and well done on everything you've been doing, and same to yourself, Una Clune, the organiser of A Night for Cillian. Hopefully that'll go well on the 7th of February as well.